Well, hello my darlings, and welcome back to our channel. I am so glad you are here. Well, all I'm going to say in this introductory reel is this: make sure you have your diamond wrap ready. Stay tuned. For this project, you will need 1 of these styrofoam bricks, 2 of these flowers and garden pails. You will need some flowers, any color, any type of your choosing. You will also need 2 of these battery operated tapered candles and 1 of these battery operated pillar candles, and I have already wrapped mine in diamond wrap. Of course, you will need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. So the first thing we have to do to get ready to build our piece is we're going to turn 1 of our pails upside down, and we are going to sit the other one right atop it. Now we don't have to worry about taking the sticker off of the bottom of these pails, because once we do put them together, those stickers will never be seen again. But as I'm showing you here, those 2 pails are not set so that they can sit independently one on top of the other. And so what I'm going to do here to make sure when we glue these 2 pails together is I'm going to go in with a foundation of a permanent glue, and then on top of that a foundation of hot glue. Now as you can see here, I'm barely hanging on to the little ledge that is on the bottom of this pail. So my darlings, we do not have too much surface area at all to work with. So just make sure when you're placing your glue, you're trying to get as much of it onto that ledge as possible, not necessarily worrying about too much seepage, because we will cover up that joint where those 2 pails are or have met rather. Now once you have placed your glue, you're simply going to take your top pail and finding your position on the bottom pail, you are then going to apply some pressure and then allow this to dry for a few minutes. So now that our 2 pails have been dried one on top of the other, what we're going to do now is commence to covering up that seam where we join those 2 pails. Now, not only is this going to act as a cover for that joint, it is also going to act as a surety for those 2 pails being glued together. As you can see there, as the pails are laying on the side, that you can see where the glue has not completely engaged. So going in again with some hot glue on top of the glue that we have already placed down in an effort to glue our diamond wrap is going to ensure that these 2 pails are going to be glued tightly together. So I'm going to continue this process all the way around. So here we have our 2 pails that we have secured even more with our diamond wrap, and what we are going to do now is embellish the entire pail with diamond wrap. Now what I'm going to do to get this done, of course, is first measure the diamond wrap that I am going to need, and to do so I am going to be going from one side of the pail at that seam on the left to the other side of the pail to the seam on the right. The only reason I'm not going to go completely around as I did with the middle seam is because those 2 pails taper, they go from larger to smaller, and I wouldn't want there to be any ripples in my diamond wrap. And so choosing instead to do half of the pail, the front half, all the way top to bottom, and then turning it over and doing all the way top to bottom on the back half as well. Now, if you do notice, I'm going in with a very light stream of that hot glue. Please do not use too much so that your hot glue is gloopy and goopy, because what is going to happen if you use too much hot glue, it is going to ooze through the holes of your diamond wrap, and you are not going to want that, my darlings. And so just gluing it down, going from one seam to the next seam on the other side, and ensuring that your diamond wrap is pulled very taut from side to side. And so I'm going to continue the rest of this process off camera, and then once I get this glue off my hand, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. So here we have our vase that has been completely embellished with our diamond wrap from side to side. And if you notice, I took another length of diamond wrap, a row of 3, and I placed it along the sides to cover up that seam where our diamond wraps were meeting front to back. Now what we're going to do is create the placement for our candles on our candelabra by taking our pillar candle first and pressing it down to make the indentation that we need. Now I am leaving this brick of foam in its plastic just to alleviate some of the dustiness that comes from it once you do open it and cut into it. Once I have placed my pillar candle in that foam, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make the indentation in my foam without breaking that plastic for my tapered candle, and it doesn't seem like I could have. So just breaking a little hole in the plastic, placing my tapered candle in there, taking my hot glue, placing it in the place we just excavated for that candle, and standing it up right into that foam. I'm going to do the same thing with my other tapered candle, and then we'll be back to start our floral arrangement. So here we have our beautiful candelabra that is all ready to go, minus of course her beautiful floral arrangement. And so I'm going to go in one on either side with this huge head of purple hydrangeas, and then I'm going to fill in the front as well as the back, as well as those places between our candles with the remaining roses that I have. Now typically what I would have done with this foam is I would have glued it down inside my pail, but because I didn't, you can see where it's dancing around. And of course the reason why I did not is because I will eventually break this down and reuse some of these products. However, if you are making this and you would like this to be semi-permanent, meaning your foam is going to stay inside of your candelabra, then I would suggest placing some glue on the bottom of that foam. So I'm just going to continue making my floral arrangement by placing my remaining roses in front, and then I will clean this up and be back to show you our finished project. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our blinged out candelabra floral arrangement. Isn't she the belle of the ball? I mean, look at her. She is decked from head to toe with bling diamond wrap all the way around. Can you see how the light flickers and picks up in each and every single one of those rhinestones? And not to mention that little embellishment that I placed on the front with your burlap lace hearts and a glass heart pendant. She is absolutely stunning, my darlings, and I will have to say it yet once again, I think we have nailed another project. Listen, if you have found some value in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. To my Danny's darlings, thank you so much for all of the love, the questions, the comments, the encouragement, the feedback. Please know that none of it is wasted, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are not yet a Danny's darling, however, and you just happen to stumble across our channel today, kindly consider joining our ever-growing community of DIYers as we craft with and learn from each other on a weekly basis. We would love to have you. And if you so decide to join our family today, please also be sure to click the notification bell to ensure that you will be made aware whenever any of our videos have been published. Well, my darlings, before I leave, let me leave you with this thought, which is also the motto to our channel. Say it with me. Why buy when you can DIY? And so, my darlings, my loves, it has been an awesome time spending it here crafting with you. Until the next time we meet, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.